Hello,
Oh, hello.
I'm Sammi,
And I'm Steve.
and you're listening or watching a Rose Plate special, the most dramatic, finaleingest, weight of the worldingest, prize winningest recap podcast of The Bachelor ever.
Ever!
Didn't I make it sound more exciting than the episode itself?
Oh my God, that episode
Pretty
was.
good.
I was just saying, I was like, there's never been a longer episode of television with less in it. Also, I hope
Yeah.
everybody's listening and not watching because I have a big zit right in the middle of my forehead.
Everybody go over to YouTube. If you're not on YouTube right
Yeah.
now, go look at that zit.
Yeah.
Actually,
Drop a comment in and call me zit face.
there are certain, like, podcatchers too that will, like, show our video rather than audio. I think it depends on your
Oh,
settings, yeah.
wow.
So, yeah, I
A
know, it's
lot of people can know that I look like shit today.
very
Oh.
fancy, very fancy. I decided, I'm like that weird person who, like, will start challenges for myself that I don't necessarily tell anyone about. I mean, I'm telling all of you right now, so I guess you'll
Mhm.
know. Like one time when I worked at an accounting firm and I was like the colorful person in the office, right? They'd be like, "That's just Sammy. We just let
Shock of
her
the century.
we let her do whatever she wants, whatever." And then I got this idea and I was like, "What if I dressed to a theme every week?" So I
Mm.
would like wear the same whatever for a whole week, and then I would switch the theme, and I was like, "I'm gonna do it until somebody comments on something I'm wearing." And I wanna say I did it for, like, 100 something days or more,
My
maybe
God.
even several months, like 6 months, 5, 6 months, I don't know. I have to look. I did take a picture every day. So I have, like, do I have that close to me? I probably don't. I have an album with, like, everything I wore. So it was, like, I think I just started with, like, all red, all yellow. Like,
Mhm.
like, I went through the rainbow and did, like, wearing all one color one for a whole week, and
Mhm.
then nobody noticed then, and then I can't remember I think I did, like, stripes. I did, like, all stripes for 1 week. I did all floral for 1 week. I did, like, animals. I did food, like food earrings and stuff like that. And that was when someone caught wise, I think, was when I was wearing food earrings. They're like,
Oh,
"I feel
no
like you've
way.
worn food earrings every day this week." And I was like, "That's the thing you noticed after all these, like, months of me doing this?"
Congratulations.
Yeah, so now my new challenge is I'm trying to wear a unique outfit every day to
Mm,
school, and I think I've got about, like, 60 to 65 days that I'll be on campus. So
okay.
that's like 60 plus original outfits. So anyway, so
That's a big challenge.
I'm wearing like a fun skirt. It's like a very fun skirt.
Oh
I don't know if you
my.
can see it.
Very colorful.
Yeah, it's very colorful. Um, and I'm teaching a lab with a kitchen this year, so I also have to
Ooh.
make sure that, like, I have things that work with my closed-toed shoes and that I don't mind getting dirty, so I have to being very organized, and then I'm also got my new nails, which I sent you and
Mhm.
made you guess.
I know, and it took me quite a while, but then when I got it, I was just like, "Oh my God."
S
It's so weird too because it's so, like, niche sportsy,
Yeah. It
but
is the most niche sports. Okay, so this is what happened. So, this is more interesting than the finale. So, I went and got my nails done on Monday, and I said to my husband, I'm like, I didn't have any ideas. Like, I usually have ideas. Like, I already have ideas for Halloween. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
and I'm about to book like all of my nail appointments for the semester, so I'm like set. Um, and I was like, okay, well, what should I do with my nails? And it didn't take him long. I wanna say he was buffering for no more than 15 to 30 seconds,
Mm.
maybe less, and he just goes, "Micah Parsons sweater." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And I hadn't seen the press conference. I've been
Mhm.
kinda out of the loop football-wise for a while. I guess I gotta jump back in. And he's like, "Oh my god, he wore this amazing striped sweater in his press conference, and I keep thinking about how good it is and how much I like it, and you should do your nails like that." So, yeah, so we did Micah Parsons, sweater. So, like, the fingers most of my fingers are, like, the colors of the sweater, and then the
Mhm.
middle finger is, like, the stripes that are on his cuff and, like, his collar had, like,
Mhm.
red in it as well, so
It
we
was really
were
good.
like, tried to color match as close as we could, and anyway, so, For all the people who like The Bachelor and also football, because I know there's so many of them,
All 2 of you.
specifically the Packers. I hope you enjoy that. Um, but yeah, so this episode, I really don't have a lot to say about it. I guess the one thing that I would say is okay, first, what I'll say is obviously the Goldens had to leave and self eliminate
Yeah,
because them taking the money would be not fun.
hilarious. Yeah.
Everybody would be like so mad. Like,
No, and again, this is why this is like the most, and I get this is the first time they're doing it this way. We've talked about the production changes, we've talked about, just the format changes in general, but my God, how could you have not predicted that it would shake out this way? Because
yeah.
yeah, it's like the golden self-eliminate. Everyone is an idiot because they're like, "Oh, we want the strongest couples to stick around." Why?
Mhm.
You're playing for money, so who cares? The continued use of the rose ceremony, asinine, instead of just, like, getting rid of that in lieu of voting. All of this is coming to a head, so what happens at the end? Nothing. Nothing really. It's like, yeah, the golden self-eliminate, which we kinda knew was coming. They didn't stand a chance. There's one last physical challenge, which ultimately doesn't seem to matter all that much. Uh, and also, it's a really good argument for why not keep the scrawny weenies around. I'd be keeping Goldens around everywhere. Okay. You telling me the Goldens are going to be able to like hold 3 times their body weight or whatever on over a pool? No. And there's been multiple physical challenges. I would have kept Goldens everywhere.
I think
And
they only got up to like 40% of their body weight or
yeah,
something like
it's
that
still a
combined,
lot.
yeah.
I mean, I would shrivel and die. You should keep me around. But no, it's like, who do we got there? We got Juicehead Dale. We've got, Spencer, who's pretty jacked. All these guys, Andrew, he's jacked. I don't want jacked dudes. I want skin and bones against me. Okay. So all of this is dumb. And then it doesn't matter because everybody comes back and it's supposed to be this big dramatic moment where they can, vote other people in to potentially like get money or something. Like it's weird.
Yeah.
And then lo and behold, of course, Dale and Kat are gone, and that's it. Like that's it. That's the whole thing. And then even at the end too, it's just like, whoa, are they gonna choose love or are they gonna choose money? It's like, they're gonna choose love because they're dumb. And then there's this kind of like mea culpa thing at the end where they're like, oh well, you chose love instead of money, but here's some envelopes with significantly less money but still a lot of money, so pick one, maybe you'll get some money. And they're like, wow, I won $90,000. Yeah, you did, but like you could have won 250. You know what I do? I go to my girl, I say, listen, you're going to choose love, I'm going to choose money. Put on the crocodile tears. I'm gonna walk with that 250 bag. I'll see you on the other side, Toots. We're still dating. That's what you
Well,
do.
but here's what happened. Okay, so we obviously it's, like, very obvious to us that this is, like, a game theory question. This is,
Mhm.
like, the same thing that happened in The Dark Knight, okay? So if you don't realize that, then you're not paying attention, right? It's like if you both pick the same thing, if you both pick the good thing, you win. If you both pick the, bad, the selfish thing, you lose,
Yeah.
right? Whatever. Um, but I don't necessarily know if they talked about that beforehand. There's a couple things playing here. I understand why they decided the way that they did at the end.
Mhm.
Um, I don't want to. I will go back to the controversies and the people coming back and all of that because I do want to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah.
But I do understand why they did what they did. Just to argue for why they made those choices. First of all, once they got to the final two, they immediately separated them so that they
Mhm.
couldn't talk and scheme. They should have probably known that this was coming before that because to me it's, like, patently obvious, but who knows? They might have
Yeah.
made it more obvious to us than them, um, how this was gonna roll. Because I mean, they said it was $500,000 and then it's like, well, actually it's 250. Like, it's like that's also kinda confusing, right?
Yeah. It's
Um
250 because your friends voted for other people to potentially get money.
Yeah,
Sure.
it's very weird, right? Like, that whole thing was weird because it was like the money, like, dwindled immediately,
Mhm.
but, like I think there is something I think if it was, like, in the early years of The Bachelor, if it was,
Mhm.
like, pre-Instagram Bachelor, it would be so easy to say that you would make a decision like that because you wouldn't be subject to, like, a lot of hate online.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, even though we know it's a game, we know most of the villains are fake, and, like, some of the likable people are actually terrible because it's not real, right? But it is very real that, like, even the people who are very well liked on this show get death threats. I mean, for the
Mhm.
most innocuous bullshit stuff. Like, do we
Totally.
bitch and complain about people being annoying or, whatever, ridiculous? Yeah, of course.
Mhm.
But we don't go like, and outside of the people I like commenting something supportive, I'm not gonna go out of my way to post a hate comment to
No.
someone on reality television. Like, literally, I have no energy to do that, and I think that's so silly. But
Mhm.
I do think just in the way that, like, um, oh my god, Brendan and Piper, right? When
Mhm.
they were on, it's like you can see how social media has changed the show when, like, Brendan and Piper get vilified for talking about things that are really going to happen. I mean, they were not smart to do it on the show. They shouldn't have.
Mhm.
But it's like it is real, it is true.
Yep.
And like when John Paul Jones was on the date and whoever he was, I can't remember who he was on the date with, but she was like, "Don't eat the date. You can't eat the date food," right? Like,
Mhm.
it's like it's all this weird stuff that there's always like fourth wall breaking in the show now because there is this constant thought of how am I going to be perceived when I go home? Like Leia
Mhm.
was perceived more as a kind of like a mild villain,
Yeah.
like a lukewarm villain. And
I like that.
obviously got like a better edit on Paradise. But it's like, yeah, like people come there to rehab their image. People come there and yeah, people come there to like support their businesses and get brand deals when they come on the other side and all of that. And any decision that they make, it's like you could look at it like if I took the $250,000 and I looked like a villain and I walked away, and even if I was still dating that person, I could get eaten alive by social media.
No.
And that means that I might not get as many followers or people might drop off
Brand
or whatever.
deals,
Yes,
yeah.
and the brand deals that I lose could cost me more than taking the lower check right now.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I actually think it is good strategy to choose love.
Sammy playing the
Um,
long game. I would brand myself as the ultimate villain. That's
well, that's the thing. See,
and then
I
I
would
get on Traitors, and then I get on that Villain House show.
that's true. You could do it that way too, but it's a longer road and sometimes it's not as lucrative,
Yeah, and you gotta
right?
commit to the bit. Like, do you
Yeah,
wanna be a heel for the rest of your
it
life?
takes like a lot of energy, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah. So I think that's my strategy would definitely be like be cool with everybody.
Mhm.
Be cool with everybody, be the person who cooks in the house, be the person who provides the entertainment. That's what I would do. So,
Mhm.
you know, in favor of maybe less money, but maybe more people would be like, she's relatable. I like her. So like she didn't get a lot of airtime, but she's kind of spunky. I like that one. Like
Yeah.
that's that would be my goal. Or the way I wanted Parisa to play this game, it would have been great to see her be like the total weirdo on the
Oh,
beach
yeah.
that she is, like, but
No.
that's
No,
okay.
instead
She
she
is
settled
doing
for
it on
dating the
social media.
worst man.
No, her Instagram though is you can watch fun videos of her like pretending to be like David Attenborough. So if that's your kind of thing, they're really good. I think they're really funny. Um, but yeah, so let's talk about so we get down to, these final three couples, right? There's Kat and Dale, there's Andrew and Alex, and wait, no. Yeah, and then there's Spencer and Jess, because Jeremy and Bailey go home, and
Mhm.
Kathy and Keith go home, right? Yeah, I'm not wrong about that. That's how it went. And then it's this just we just watched this on Tuesday. What is my brain. First week of school brain. First week of school brain. So then they do this. Yeah, it's weird because it's like they did all these like faith, trust, relationship strength challenges. And then at
Mhm.
the very end, they're like, well, now we're going to do physical strength. Okay, I guess. It just seems
Cool.
kind of weird, but like, I don't know what I would want the final challenge to be. But I think if it had just been the people like voting down to the final two, maybe that would have been more compelling. I don't know. There's something about it that just, like, didn't work for me. Cause here's the deal, like, we have yeah, like you said, all the former contestants come back. It feels very like the way I remember Survivor to be when I used to watch Survivor, it's like they're coming back and
Mhm.
you gotta face them and everything. By the way, are we watching the new season of Survivor? Cause I feel like we are.
I probably should based on the stuff you sent me.
I'm obsessed with some of the people that they have chosen. Like, we've got little guy energy and someone who was like, "Well, I've never been around this many straight people before." I'm so excited. I'm like, this is what we want in TV, and this is what
Yeah.
The Bachelor doesn't understand. It's like, I can't tell you how many comment sections I've looked at that are like, "We want James and Aaron, okay? We don't want this bullshit."
No
Like,
bullshit.
that's what we want. We want bromances. We want, it's like they don't understand like the fun that we want to see on TV. They're just like not getting it. And then they're like, we're going to pull little elements from all these different TV shows and maybe it will mix together and work. And it's not working. It's like,
Nope.
try something different. Like, or just go back to messy people on the beach. Okay. Who
Nothing wrong
don't
with
have
that.
their own comfy rooms. So it's very frustrating to watch. But anyway, um, yeah, so we have this like survivor like thing, right? Like and they're like you got to answer and one last conversation. And here's the other annoying thing. It's they're indulging Sean, which like he doesn't need to be encouraged, okay? He just like doesn't need to be encouraged at all. So he's like, "We're going to do Parliament of Paradise. They thought it was a good idea, and so they brought me back to do this." And I'm just like, "Uh." So anyway, they do this thing and the only like he had like laid a kernel right before and then they came back and they're like, "Well, here's the bombshell. Okay, Kat has been with this guy from back home and she's smuggled in a laptop and she's sending him messages and we have the receipts." But here's the thing, did we see the receipts?
We did not see the receipts.
We did not see the receipts. And what do we know about reality TV?
Gotta have receipts.
Gotta have receipts. If it didn't if a camera didn't catch it, probably didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
They would show it because it's good TV.
Yep.
What
Yep.
is the incentive for not showing it?
Yeah. I mean, and there were rumors. We talked about this. There's like rumors swirling about this.
Like
But
secret messages on her arms and stuff like
yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Which who knows?
I don't know, yeah.
But apparently, I mean, I don't know if you want to talk about who's together still now, or if you want to save that to the end.
No, we can talk about it now, that's fine.
Uh, Dave and Kat, Dave,
Dave? Who's
Dave,
Dave?
who's Dave? Dale and
That's
Kat.
North Dakota, version of Dale is Dave. This is South
Dale
Dakota.
and Kat are still together,
They are.
which is shocking because I don't know. He looks like an Easter Island statue. She's messy. Who knew?
Hey, good for them,
But
I guess.
here's the weird thing, and I doubt this was planned, but she's pregnant.
Oh, I
So,
missed that part. Oh,
yeah.
wow, that's
And it
exciting.
was weird because it was like a classic, like they're still together, but in a bachelor kind of way thing. It's just like, well, they're splitting time between their two hometowns and they see each other when they can. And then whoopsie poopsie,
I
she's
didn't know
pregnant.
that. How did I miss that? Did that just come out?
Just came out. I just saw it
I
today.
saw the hard launch, but wait. Or I saw like a message about okay. Interesting, interesting. Because I saw something about like because they were on like the Vile files or whatever.
Hmm.
Um and I didn't think yeah, they didn't talk about it on the Vile files, and that was like 2 days ago.
Well,
Wow. Or I don't think they talked about it. I mean, I just read the recap, like I'm listening to the Vile files. No. Um, interesting. Well, okay, so what I heard is that are you sure that that's real?
I'm pretty sure.
Where did this happen? I'm Googling it
Uh,
and I don't see it.
my friend
Source?
John sent me an
Source?
article. Let me
Source?
Hold on. I'll grab the article from the Instagram message that he excitedly sent me.
Okay, because yeah, I wanna hear, because I don't see it anywhere, and
Okay, hold
I
on.
wanna see it. I wanna make sure that this is real, okay? Because I don't wanna
Mhm.
break some fake news on our podcast. I have journalistic integrity.
Okay.
Um, okay, as you look that up, I'll just chat a little bit. So the things that I heard about Kat and Dale were that like they talked about it. Kat did admit that she was dating someone up until Bachelor in Paradise, did not expect to fall for somebody. It sounds like the relationship wasn't that great, whatever. Dale was like, I'm okay with, like, we've talked about it, I'm okay with it, whatever. So those are the things that I heard. Um and yeah, and this is my point too. This is like a Bachelor Nation article.
Mhm.
Um and she said, "So when did I sneak something in? And if we think that this show wouldn't take the time to show me playing on that iPad or laptop, I'm saying in general, they weren't trying to hide anything. So it's like, where is that? That's not a fair assumption to make that I was out here texting this man consistently. And I know for a fact that that's not what he said. And I know for a fact that he did not say we were in a relationship.
Mhm.
The perception that I've heard and the argument that I believe is that someone said that like Sean maybe felt like he was closer to Kat than he was, seemed like a little bit of an ego bruise thing and a way to like
Mhm.
get back at her. I think that's plausible. Who knows, but that's what I think. Okay, what did you find out?
Here's what I found out. The article that John sent me, it's a little dicey. Apparently, there's a picture of Kat and Dale, and people were just arguing in the comments because they thought that she was holding a pregnancy test. However, to me, it looks like a vape. So,
Oh,
but
okay.
but the headline is just like Dale and Kat launch pregnancy, blah blah blah. And I just saw that, and I assumed that John would send me a legitimate source, but obviously, as a person who cares deeply about media literacy, I did not exercise checking my sources there. And I
Yeah, as soon as
apologize
you said that,
profusely.
I went, source,
Mhm.
source.
Not
Yeah.
pregnant, which is good.
Oh my. Well, she would be good no matter what. Okay, she can do
It's
whatever
fine.
she
She can do
wants.
whatever she wants.
She
I
can
don't
do.
want
She's an
Dale's
adult.
baby.
She is she can do whatever she
Mhm.
wants. But anyway, I didn't know she was a family nurse practitioner.
Mhm.
Good for you, Kat. Good for you. Anyway,
I am glad that we
the
finally got a cat breakdown on the show because she'd
that's true. That's true. Anyway, okay, sorry for spreading such spurious
heinous rumors.
lies on
Not
our show.
blame John.
I'm blaming you. I'm blaming you because you sullied our
All
show.
all
Just
I
kidding.
did was trust my friend, which I'll never do again.
Yeah, never. Don't
Yeah.
trust
Don't trust
anybody.
anyone. This is paradise.
Yeah, this
I'm
is
not here to
paradise.
make
It's
friends. Don't trust
cutthroat.
anyone.
There's a parliament or whatever. Um,
$500,000 are on the line.
so yeah, so anyway, they do this physical challenge, right? And I had a feeling that that the it wasn't going to be Spencer and Jess, cuz come on, it would be way too easy
Mhm.
if they could just slide right through all of this and not, make it through or whatever. So they did not win. It was Alex and Andrew who won. Wait, and then we get to the final. Yeah, then we get to this parliament. Sorry, my brain is like all back. I
Yeah.
swear to God, all I'm thinking about is like Canvas pages, okay? And order forms and meetings and emails and all that stuff. So sorry, everybody. I know what happened on this show. Because it was so interesting. So I was paying very close attention.
Compelling television.
So yeah. But yeah, I just think the weight of the world thing, it was like, okay, I understand that it's like, well, you do have all strong couples here, so you're not going to do another couple challenge. But like, what would you have done? Would you have done it any differently had there been like couples and just buds on the show? You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
how that's the thing. What it gets convoluted when you don't lay out the rules at the beginning. I understand why they dropped it on them because it's like shocking, makes it interesting. There's a twist, whatever. But then it just muddies the waters on the finalists and on the challenges, and it just makes everything feel disorganized. So like
Yeah.
that's where the problem happens. Um but yeah, I figure like Kat and Dale weren't going to make it to the final anyway. So it didn't surprise me that that they voted Jess and Spencer in. Like, first of all, they don't have anything to lose by doing that, because
Mhm.
I think the thing that would have been interesting is if the final, or if the people who had left came back and one of them had a chance to, like, in the final.
Oh,
That would have
yeah.
been way more interesting. Like,
Yep.
you get a second chance at making your case and coming back to life, and that would have been so much more interesting.
Well, yeah, and then other other than Sean, like, nobody talked shit or really did anything. They're just like, "Oh, let's have some drinks. Yay, my friends are
Yeah.
here." That's not fun. That's not drama.
Well, and that is, I think it is fun when everyone's getting along. I think that's more fun. Like, I really, those are my favorite moments on Paradise, is when everybody's getting along and just shooting the shit and doing goofy stuff, like, that, like, What That Mouth Do, or whatever the hell Raven was playing a few years ago. Like,
Mhm.
it's like, just let them be goofy on the beach, play dolphins and all that stuff, like, Alexis was doing. That's fun. But
Mhm.
at the end, if you're gonna make it dramatic, then yeah, everyone should be dramatic and everyone should bring it. And that's what I'm saying. It's just like it's just muddy the whole time. It's just muddy.
Yep.
Yeah, I have a note that says this episode is so unnecessarily long. Like, it could have been a 1 hour episode. It could have been
Mhm.
an email. Um, and then they're like, okay, so then they get to the end, right? And they're in the final two. And then it's like, and we have another twist, because the money isn't the prize, it's the final test, which is not a twist because we all knew it was coming.
Yeah, we figured.
That is how these shows work. And so it's like, okay. And also, they didn't actually verify if they both pick money, if they would both get money.
Yeah, that was I
Because
assume they both get
$500,000
nothing if
was,
they both pick money.
well, but they always said $500,000, and the
Yeah, that's true.
suitcase or the briefcase or whatever had 250. So I was
Mhm.
like, could they both leave with money? Have
Mhm.
half a million dollars and then date each other?
I guess
That
maybe.
would have been the smartest outcome,
That would have been the smartest outcome,
because
yes.
then none of them would look like dicks, and they would have $1 million between the
They're
four
all
of them.
they're not gamers though, like,
Right,
there's
they're not
nobody that's a
thinking
gamer
about
on
it
this,
this
yeah.
way. Yeah.
That's why if you're gonna do this again, first of all, iron out all the crap here because this is, like, it's way too hodgy-podgy, but you can have, like, a bros against couples situation too.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, imagine if an Aaron and James was, like, in the
Mhm.
final. Like, that would be interesting. Like, even, yeah, even having friends or whatever, like that, Faith brought Kathy on a date. It's like, yeah, you should be able to, like, choose anybody to be
Yeah.
the person that you wanna be in paradise with
But
for
the
the
only
rest
thing
of the
is, like,
time.
Bachelor is so anti-homey, it's
Right,
insane. Like, they want everything like, everyone on the show, they're just like, "No, the couples that aren't madly in love with each other, they don't deserve the money." Why the fuck not? You
right.
got someone you're in love with. Can someone who didn't find love maybe have $100,000 or something? That sounds great. What a wonderful consolation prize.
Right, but they are homophobic is the
Mhm.
problem. So
Homey
that's it.
phobic.
That's the issue.
No buds on The Bachelor.
Yeah, it's just like,
Can we
come on,
trademark that? Homophobic?
homophobic.
I'm not here to
We
make
just did,
friends because it's frowned upon in Bachelor Nation.
because the Bachelor Nation is homophobic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like every once in a while they're like, "We have someone on the show who's bi," and a tiny thing will happen about it, but that's it.
Mhm.
Um,
As close as you get.
yeah, they're like, "You get one bi storyline every 3 years, and that's it." And I'm like, "Okay, that's fine." It's not fine. But anyway, so okay, so Andrew and Alex, yeah, they choose love. And like I said, it's the only good way to play the game without getting vilified. They get $125,000. So it's not 250, but they don't walk away with nothing. And this is the most interesting part, is that
Mm.
they decided to use it to pay off Alex's student loans. And good on you, Andrew. You must think
Yeah,
that you're
that's
gonna be in it
nice.
for the long haul, because that's a very kind thing to do. That is a
Mhm.
very kind thing to do as someone
Agreed.
with student loans. Good job. Um, and then, Spencer and Jess, they also obviously choose love. That would be very weird if they didn't.
Mhm.
they get $190,000, which is such a random number.
Yeah.
And but good for them. They walked away with the most money. And of course Spencer proposes, and I was a little surprised to have Jess say yes.
Mhm.
Oh, by the way, our predictions, like, there's a clip of our predictions or my predictions posted on, like, social media and stuff, and someone was like, they actually showed that Spencer and Jess get engaged in the previews." And I was like, first of all, this was from last week,
Yeah.
and secondly, that stuff is always misleading. You never know. You
It's
never
true.
know.
It's true.
But, like, someone was trying to be like, and I was like,
Actually, Sammy, if you watch the previews and you check closely, you can see Spencer getting down on one knee, thus indicating that he proposes to Jess.
Shut up, you nerd.
"We're just kidding."
No, we love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Yeah, thanks for watching our
Yeah.
videos.
We're not homophobic. We love our buds.
Yeah, we're not homophobic. But yeah, like, it's the only way you could end the show. Like, I mean, I didn't think there would be more than one engagement, but my prediction was, like, Bailey and Jeremy because of how much Bailey was defending, Jeremy. So
Mhm.
that was why I thought that, and I still think that that is a good reason to think that, and they are still together.
There you go.
So,
So far, all the major final couples are together still.
yeah.
Also, I checked. It doesn't look like Parisa and Brian are together still, although I can't confirm one way or the other.
I
But they
thought
don't.
Parisa had a new boyfriend.
Yeah, yeah, because she doesn't. Well, I mean, she doesn't even follow Brian on Instagram. So
I heard well, this is here's my unverified whatever. Yeah, I heard she had a new boyfriend.
that was the rumor on the street. She had a new boyfriend, but like confirmed basically by the fact that her and Brian are following each other, which thank the Lord. But yeah, everybody seems to be together still. Jeremy and Bailey are still together. Um, uh, Dale and Kat still together. No child though, despite horrible rumors spread by who knows who.
Yeah, really monstrous people. Okay, yeah. So on Bachelor Happy Hour, which I did not listen to yet, Brian and
Mhm.
Parisa were on there, and they did confirm that they split up.
Okay,
Yeah, they were
which
like, it was
thank
a good
God.
run. Yeah.
Yeah,
And it sounds like that they're friends still. Um,
good.
it was an amicable split. But also apparently awkward.
Mm,
That's what this says. I have not listened to it, like I said, but maybe I will. Maybe I will.
mhm.
Other big news, my Jilly box finally cleared customs today.
Thank the
Thank
Lord.
you. Oh my God. But I do have bad news for you all. Wait,
You
did I
gotta pay a
mention this
tariff.
last week? Well, yeah, did I mention this last week? This is the last Jilly box.
hmm
This is the
Yeah,
last one.
basically every small business that I know i- in Canada isn't going to ship to America anymore.
Yeah, they're not shipping here.
Yep.
So, we will do a final like Jilly unboxing. I don't know, probably next week, and we still have to do Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. So,
hmm
maybe we'll double up, or I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
But,
New season of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, couple months away,
oh my
and
God, I
there's
gotta finish this
Mormon
season
Dancing
still.
with the Stars.
Oh yeah, I do want to cover that too. I do not want to miss that at all.
hmm
But yeah, I will say one thing is yeah, I'm very sad about the Jilly box, but I'm gonna put it out there to our viewers and our listeners. If there is another like Bachelor Nation product that you want me, because in the past I've bought from like Raven has a clothing store. I
hmm
bought some clothing from her. I still have one of the coats that I bought from her and like a pajama set. Um and those were both really cute. But I know that there's other Bachelor Nation people who like sell stuff, like
hmm
and run stores and stuff like that. If there's anybody you think has like good stuff that you want to see me like buy and review on the show, I'm happy to do it. Um, and hopefully, like the Jilly Box thing is not going to last forever. I know they're bummed about it. I'm bummed about it.
Yeah.
But hey, we'll have one more. We'll go out with a bang and then we'll see what we can do from there. But yeah, I want to do more Mormon Wives. I want to do more books. And then the new season starts in like a couple weeks.
Yep.
I was like, we're gonna get a little bit of a break. No, we're not. But are we okay? So here's the thing: are we gonna watch the Golden Bachelor? I mean, I think we have to, right? I know a
Yeah,
bunch
we
of people
kinda
are
have to.
boycotting it, but I feel like I mean, even if we're hate watching it, we'll
Yeah.
save you the view. You don't have to. Here's the deal. Here's my pitch to you, podcast listeners and viewers. Okay, you want to protest the show? I think that's great. And if I was just a regular viewer, a regular
Mhm.
Joan, if you will, I would not watch the season of The Golden Bachelor because this guy sucks.
Oh, he
But this is
sucks.
what you're gonna do. This is what you do when you want to hate watch, right? But you don't want to give someone a view. You don't want to give them the ratings. You want to give them anything. Just tune into our show. We'll
Mm.
cover it for you. You don't need to watch it.
There you go.
Guilt free.
That's the way to do it. That's
Yeah.
the way to do it.
Yeah. It's sustainable in some
Yeah.
way.
And I
It
love
saves the
hate watching
planet somehow.
problematic media. That's what I do best. Not a problem.
Yeah. So, well, anyway, that's my pitch. That's my pitch to you. Anything else you want to talk about? Because I feel like there's nothing else to talk about on this
No,
episode.
there's
We should have
really
done some
not.
kind of double feature today,
This was
but we didn't.
well, I mean, who knew? I didn't know it was gonna be a wet fart of an episode till
Yeah,
I
it was
watched
kind of
it
a
yesterday.
sinker. Good timing because it is,
Mhm.
like I said, the first week of school. So my brain is. I feel like I say that every week. I'm like, my brain is gone for this reason, but like this is a special new
This is
reason.
a special
This is a
reason why
new
my brain is
semester
fried.
reason.
Yeah.
um, Oh, okay, I'll give a quick movie recommendation to people
Mm.
because I just saw a great movie yesterday and it's not playing everywhere, but if you can find it by you should watch it. And that is Lurker. You should go see
Ooh!
Lurker. Did
It's
you
got
see
a
Lurker?
No, I haven't seen it, but I've read a lot about it, and I've seen the little clips and trailer, and it looks really cool.
Yeah, you should go see it if you can find it by you. I know Mubi is releasing it here.
Okay.
So if you have a Mubi subscription, you can also I'm guessing it's not there right now, but I'm guessing
Mhm.
it'll be out in like a few weeks or something like that. That's usually what happens. Like that's what happened with The Substance. It like played, through Mubi and then I think like 3 or 4 weeks later, like after it kind of had its run, then it came on.
Mhm.
So MUBI, friends. If you're not on there, you
Mm.
should be because they have like the best movies and it's not that expensive. Okay, so you
Hmm.
should do that. Have you? Are you a Mubi subscriber?
I'm not a movie man,
I feel like you
unfortunately,
of all
no.
people should have
I
Mubi.
know, should be the movie
It's
guy.
like the
I
best
know.
one. It's like,
It really
yeah,
is good. Yeah,
yeah,
I should.
yeah. You should. Everyone, okay. Here's your job between now and the next time we record, which will be our Jilly Box episode and probably Jilly Box Mormon Wives. I think that goes kind of well together. Talking about consumerism a lot in Mormon Wives. I think that's good. Um, yeah, get a movie subscription, okay? And go watch some really good movies because they have some of the best. And
Yup.
that's all I have to say. Oh, also, everyone's getting sick right now, but you can go get vaccinated. So you should go do that, okay?
Yeah, why not?
And
Put
if
it on your
you're an
to-do list.
anti-vaxxer, why are you even listening to this?
Yeah,
So
get the fuck
if
outta
you've
here.
not paid attention to us, go public health is everybody, is health for everybody. So go be healthy.
Yeah. And don't do needle drugs.
Except for vaccines.
Except for that's not a needle drug, though.
That's
That's
how
like
I did it.
that's fine. Good.
That's a good kind of
Oh.
needle drug.
How fun was it watching RFK get dragged? That was
I
so
watched a
funny.
lot of that live.
It was really good. Suck a butt, RFK.